Hey, welcome to the Aggie Show. We are so excited to share our first episode with you guys. I have my amazing husband here with me to join us. So, welcome, my love, to being here with me today.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in with us on our first episode of the Aggies. Don't really know what this is going to look like or sound like, but we're going to give it a shot to see what we can create today, right?
And that's the only way to do it, right? You learn by just doing it and learning as you go. But we hope to bring you some fun, exciting, raw, real, honest conversations about marriage, entrepreneurship, parenting, being a woman, being a man, just all the different things that we could hopefully share with you all to give you some insight, give you some tips on, what it is, what it's like to be on this journey with us.
It's pretty scary for me
Something
because I
new.
am not a put my business out there kind of person, and you going through this journey of exposing your knowledge and exposing your life to social media has been a little difficult at times, but it's something that you wanted to do, and now you have me here talking on the microphone. It's something that I don't like to do, and I have to, like how you have been preaching for the last year and a half, you got to do hard things. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And I think this is a good thing because you have also shown me that I have some knowledge of life that some people might want to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
My journey that I've been through and the things that I have done in life, you have shown me that I can't just keep it with me. I have to share that experience because there's other people that might be out there. They might want to hear it. It might help them. If one person gets something out of it, then I'm helping someone.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that I've done everything in life, nor I know everything in life, but there are some experiences that I've encountered that could be helpful to someone.
Yes.
So that's the reason why I'm doing this.
I'm so proud of you too.
You're dragging me to do this thing, and it's scary. So if I sound dumb, if I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, it's because I don't like being exposed to the world.
It's uncomfortable, and that's exactly what it is growth. Uncomfortable things happen when we're growing, and that's the challenge. And I love that you're exposing yourself to it because it's not an easy thing to do. It is hard. And like you said, you have knowledge, you have experience. Not that we know everything and we know what we're doing, but we do have experiences that have helped us. We have our own story, our own testimonial of the impact we're trying to make and the impact that God has had in our life. And so you doing this to share with the world your knowledge, your experience, you have a wealth of knowledge. And I hope you know that. You have a wealth of knowledge. And people need to hear that, especially men, especially Mexican, Hispanic, Latino men need to hear what you have to say because you are an amazing man who has been through a lot of really hard things in your life, has overcome a lot of things. And it's really important to share that with others because it makes them feel connected and not so alone and brings hope to them that when you set your mind to do something, it's possible. And you are proof of that. And we talk about that with our kids.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things that you have really brought out of me is, and you talk about it all the time, the imposter syndrome. I have humongous imposter syndrome, and you see me every day that I wake up. You see how I make myself little, so I won't be seen. Not that I don't want to be seen, is that I am the worst person to receive a compliment. I get awkward. Like if people say like, "Good job, you did a good job," I'm like, thanks." I don't know how to receive those compliments because I have that imposter syndrome, thinking like it wasn't a big deal, or cool, man. I didn't really do it for the recognition, or I didn't think I did a great job. I just did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of times in the Latino community, we become little because sometimes we never got enough praise from our parents, enough acknowledgement because they were so busy just surviving at times that you grow up doing great things and no one ever noticed. So now that I'm old, I don't like the recognition.
Yeah.
I don't like to be seen as like, oh, Vic did a good job. Vic knows how to do this. So in the last year, I think you have brought that out of me, and that's why I'm here, sitting here with you, talking to the people that are listening to your show. And
Our show.
well, see, there I am right there.
Our show.
Not giving myself the acknowledgement that I shouldn't, but
Yeah.
I think that's big, and I'm trying to be better at that. I'm working on that, to make sure that the knowledge that I have received in the last year and a half, I start using it, putting that habit into place. You know how you talked about it in your last show, like putting a habit into place of doing hard things, and maybe one day I will meet someone that I have um, help with when they listen to this show. They can relate to some of the stuff that we talk about. I'm sure there's people out there struggling through the same things. They have so much knowledge, or this knowledge can help a kid somewhere, some way, to be better every day.
And you are a mentor. I mean, I don't think you realize that. Like you said, you've always been so, I'm good in my corner. Like nobody look at me, nobody come acknowledge me. But you don't realize like the impact you have on young men, your friendships, your coworkers, just in general. You're a mentor, and I want you to praise that and acknowledge that because it's not easy, and it's not something that you do on a daily basis, like on purpose. It's just like you said, who you are. And I love to see you expose yourself. I love to see your growth. I love to see that you are being that example for our son. And that's what I want. And you even yourself have said that. Like, I used to be as shy or quiet or in the corner, just like C.H.A.T. But I want him to be, outgoing. I want him to be confident. And the way we do that is by being that, by exposing ourselves to being confident and letting our kids see that. And you are doing that. You're now putting yourself, forcing yourself to get uncomfortable, to make it a habit, to acknowledge yourself, to be proud of yourself, or just to appreciate yourself for who you are, and understand that like you have a great impact on other young men, on men, most importantly, our children, our family members, your brothers. And I think that that's what I want my son to see, is a man who is like you, and he's like you in many ways. And he has a great role model to follow. And I want you to I hope that you will continue to step into that.
Yeah, and I think what we're trying to get out of this show is, if you're struggling through that imposter syndrome of maybe thinking like, it's never good enough for me, or I'm never good enough for anyone, or I don't think I'll be able to get that job because I don't think I'm good enough. I think this show, we're trying to make it out to be so we can change your mindset in a way to like, man, if you don't give it a try, you're never gonna find out. And I myself have left so many opportunities out there because I just felt like that imposter syndrome, like that ain't gonna happen to you, or don't take that chance on that position because you're a Mexican guy and no one's gonna pick you, or you're not good enough, your English is not good enough, you're an immigrant, they're never gonna pick you. But there's been times that I've taken the chance and I've gotten, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe they picked me. I think like, oh crap. And it's just giving people that hope that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And you are giving people that hope. And I just want to say that like the things that you have accomplished in the last year and a half have been awesome. And I live it every day. And I just want to tell people that the people that are listening, like, you are no joke. You live what you preach every day. Like some people might think like might look at your show and say like whatever, it's just words, it's just talking points, or it's
Yeah.
easier said than done.
Yeah.
But the last year and a half, you are breathing, eating, thinking, dreaming. Everything that you talk about on your social media, you get up at 5:30 in the morning. You don't have to, because you make your own schedule, but you still wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and you're creating a habit that like I'm not gonna waste any more hours of my day. You work out every day. You make yourself work out even on the hard days. You read every day. You read books every day. And I mean, just before that, like before this whole thing started, is like I feel like God prepared you for this, because like after you got your bachelor's degree, you got your 4 years master's in clinicals. You know what I'm saying? All that preparedness. You had a child during that process, two children between that process.
Yeah.
Like you prepare yourself for this moment, like learning everything there is to know about mental health that school was teaching you, and you worked a full-time job in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you learned during that time, now you are trying to teach people.
Mm-hmm.
So and people think like, oh, what does she know? Like, dude, like you went to school for it. You're wearing, you got the shirt and you're wearing it, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And every day that you live, like you are practicing what you're preaching. That's I guess what I'm trying to say, and I
Yeah.
want to give you props for that, because your energy has transferred over to me on an everyday basis. So thank you for being that, setting that pace in her family.
Thank
You're
you.
setting a pace that is like her kids one day. Hopefully, they look at her life and be like, "Man, my parents were go getters. My parents were here, there, doing this. They were good people." And that's what's mostly what we're trying to do, is lead by example.
You're gonna make me emotional, baby. You're running on my crybaby. Thank you for those words. Thank you for that encouragement. Thank you for the praise, because you're right. It's been years in the process. Like it's been years of schooling, years of practicum, years of clinicals, years of sacrifices. Things that you have also supported me and helped me along the way to be able to get here. But it's always been there. Like my vision has always been there, my goal has always been there, and it's been able to also incorporate God into our life. And I've seen that transformation through both of us, with our faith and through the struggles we have gone through together. You've never abandoned me. You've never left me behind. Every dream, every crazy idea, you're like, all right, let's go. Like, let's do it. And you've pushed me. You've helped me. You've believed in me when I haven't. And I want others to also have that, to know that it is possible for them. Like you said, we want to hopefully motivate, inspire, help other people accomplish not just achievements, and goals, but who they are becoming in the process of preparing for what is to come and what God has in store for all of us. And it takes time, it takes consistency, and it's not an easy thing to do. But like you said, God has been preparing me for what is here now. And I'm excited for what he has in store for both of us and for our kids, and hopefully for all of the listeners and viewers that are going to be in this show, to be like, hell yeah. Like I needed that encouragement.
Yeah.
I needed that voice. I needed that support from someone, and borrowing that belief, because a lot of the times with the Latino community, we don't have that, or maybe we don't hear that often. And I want us to be that. I want, like you said, my kids to grow up and say, I lived a life that was incredible. Like my childhood, my parents, like they paved the way for us so that we didn't have to struggle like they did. And like my grandparents did, and my great grandparents. And so it's our opportunities to break those cycles. And that's what excites me, is that you and I have so much in us to be able to create and build, but more importantly, to impact the lives of our children, the lives of people around us, our family members, friends, people who don't even know us, people who are going to be tuning in from, different states, countries, whatever that might be. We just hope that this brings you guys encouragement, brings you motivation, desire to live, to dream bigger for yourself, for your kids. And like my husband said, it's all about preparing for it. It's a process, and the struggles, the challenges, the chances you take, the way that you show up every day, waking up at 5:30 when I don't have to. It's taken me years to get here. I had to before because I had to go to work, but now it's I get to. I don't tell myself I have to. It's I get to do this, and it's exciting to show up for this work. And I'm grateful that my husband is here because he like you said, he's been the one to see it all. In the last 5-10 years, he has seen me change and evolve, just like I have seen his evolution and growth in the last couple of years as well. It's incredible because when you set the pace, or when you are that person, it changes the people around you, and it shows them, all right, like we're on this, I guess, like we're doing this. So we want people to change, but we have to change ourselves first, so that we can then hopefully have our partners, follow or lead us in a way as well to continue to make us want to be better. So that's what I hope we can do that for you guys.
Speaking of crazy ideas, you mentioned, crazy ideas. Like this whole thing started from a crazy idea, remember? I mean, we're here because of a crazy idea that you had several years ago.
Yeah.
And like, obviously I grew up in Latino, household, Mexican household, and how many times have you brought a crazy idea to your parents of something that you want to do, something that is out of the norm, and what do they say? Das loco.
Das loco.
It's never gonna work.
Yep.
It's never gonna work. Like, because they just think inside their little world of like, what are you talking about? You're supposed to work 9 to 5. You're supposed to work 10 hours a day. Like
work hard.
Work hard, and the crazy idea that you're bringing is never gonna work.
Yeah.
But I feel like I kind of did that to you at first. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because I was raised like that,
Yeah.
and you had a great job working for a school at the time, and for me it was like, that's crazy. Why would you want to leave this comfort zone of having a for sure paycheck? And that was, for me, it was my reaction. It was like, that's crazy. Why would you want to do that? But with time I came around and supported you 100%, and that this is where we're at. I'm not saying that we're on top of the world, but
right.
It's been an amazing journey for the last year and a half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seeing this turn out to be where it's gonna go, where it's gonna take you, where it's gonna take our family, but it's not over at all. But if I wouldn't have had a little glimpse of like, okay, this could work, let's do it, like we would never be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess what I'm trying to say is like, take a leap on that crazy idea of yours. Don't ever think like, it's not gonna work. Like, if you say that, then it's already not worked. You know what I mean? You talk about, you know the end before it starts by your mindset that you have. So, and another thing that I want to say about that is like, you believed in this thing more than anyone else, even when I was like doubtful. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it takes. It takes you believing in yourself that like, I don't care what anyone else says. I'm going for it.
Yeah.
And that's what takes the mindset of someone that's going to go far, someone that's going to really, really continue and master what they want to do, because like, no one in the world would ever be like, okay, what are you going to do? What? Like, what are you going to do? Like, people are like, what are you going to do? But now look at you, like, look at the doors that this crazy idea has opened for you.
Yeah.
And little Jessica, a long time ago, would probably tell herself too, like, that's crazy. That's not going to work. Like, why would you want to do that? You already have a great job.
Yeah.
Like, why are you trying to do crazy stuff?
It's so true. Yeah.
But then I feel like going to school and learning about how your mind works and the things that are possible. Like, you learned a lot during those whole 4 years. You went back to get your master's on this, and it opened up your mind a lot, I feel like.
It did.
It changed the way that you thought. your mindset is like, it's everything.
It's powerful because during those times at school, like you said, you were kind of hesitant. I remember when you were like, okay, yeah, yeah, like you support me, but I didn't feel like you believed in it, obviously, like I did. And I had to let go of that. I had to let go of like forcing you to believe in it like I did, and just continue to believe in it myself. And there was times where I had breakdowns and I would cry and I'd get upset and I would be like, why do I keep doing this? And I still have moments like that, right? But like you said, I invested in myself because it made me realize that I had the potential, but if I wasn't willing to do it, if I wasn't willing to expose myself to it, learn from it, and then actually put the work into it, how could I show you that this was possible? Because if I would have let you just be like, no, we're good. Like, I'm good here in this job. Like you said, I had a great job. My hours, like everything was perfect for me at that time. And it was, great. But if I would have just let myself, okay, that's enough. That's good. I'm good enough. I'm good here.
Yeah.
I would have never shown you, or maybe shown myself, like, to keep going, to see what's possible, what's out there. But the drive kept me waking up and saying, just try one more day, just try it one more time. Just keep having this belief, keep showing up and telling your husband by the way you're acting, by the way that you're behaving, by the way that your actions are speaking louder than your words.
Yeah.
And I love that because it helped me, like you said, my mindset. I had to learn how to embrace the hard. I had to learn how to embrace that I couldn't change your mind. I couldn't make you look at what I needed or wanted. It had to be me.
Yeah.
And you've jumped on that train with me.
Yeah, because your actions, like, no one was stopping your train.
Yeah.
You believed in it more than anyone else. Even that I believed in it, like, I didn't take you serious, but you were showing the actions of, you would come home and be like, hey, I got the business cards for my business. I'm like, what? Like, what business? Like, well, the one we talked about. It's like, hey, I'm getting an office for it. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You would just come because you were taking the next step every time because you believed in it,
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, she's serious about this, I was supportive, but I was like a silent supporter. Like, okay, I'm gonna let you do what you do, but you showed me through your actions, and it was your mindset of like, I don't care if you believe it or not. I don't care if you believe it or not anymore. I believe in it.
Yeah.
And I guess what we're trying to say with this episode and this story
Segment,
is like if you believe in it, if you think it might work, and if it's in your heart that this is what you want to do, don't matter what anyone thinks. You can go for it, and if it's in your heart that it's gonna work, then go for it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, and don't let the haters out there stop you from doing it. Because one day they're haters, and the next day they're going to be fans.
Exactly.
So
and we're learning that. We're seeing that. We're learning that as we do this whole life journey thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So don't let no one stop you, and then no one's stopping you. And this thing is far from being what it is because we're still evolving. Your business is still, moving along, opening doors along the way, and we're exploring those doors. You keep opening it, walking into it, and be like, what's in here? And you're meeting people and communicating and networking, which is endless amount of doors you're opening.
Yeah, exposing.
And you're just clearing a path for the people that are coming up, you know what I'm saying? And I love that you're doing that. You're meeting so many people and kind of helping each other through the networking, Yeah. That's so awesome.
Thank you, my love. And thank you for being honest and saying that rawness of like, I was a secret supporter. Because you were, and I felt that, and I would get frustrated, and I would be like, why doesn't my husband believe in me?
Right.
Why doesn't he believe in this, like how I do? But I had to let go of that and show you, like you said, that I was serious. And no matter what, like, no one was going to stop me unless I stopped myself. And as you continue to evolve and your mindset continued to grow, like, you started realizing, like, why the heck not? Like, why not us? Why? Yeah, let's do this. And you also yourself have kind of evolved in many areas, but have taken chances and risks. because we're starting to realize that the only limit we have is our beliefs. The only one who can stop us is our mindset and ourselves, and literally just going out there and trying it and seeing how it works and seeing what happens from it. And when we believe in ourselves, when we believe in our dreams, but more importantly, when we have faith that whatever we're doing is working in whatever capacity God wants us to work, that's what matters. And that if it doesn't work out, if we fail, that's part of the challenge, that's part of the growth, that's part of the process. But don't let that knock you down. Don't let that bring you down and be like, yep, I give up because that was too hard. Because there's a statistic that says only 2% of people are successful. And I get why, because this road is hard. This is difficult. You know, it's not easy to stray away from what everybody or what you've been used to, what you've always known, to kind of get out of the comfort zone and be like, well, let's kind of see what this, you know, this road takes and steers us this way. But continue to just grow in your mindset, continue to grow in your beliefs in yourself, continue to take actions, and continue to network and meet people. Like, really take those risks, take those chances on yourself, take those beliefs and apply them to yourself, because that's the only way that you can grow and evolve. That is the only way that you're going to learn and you're going to open doors, and some are going to be closed on you, and that's okay. That means that's not where you're supposed to be. Rejection always means redirection. Rejection always means God didn't have you. He didn't want you in that place because he has something greater for you. And continue to do that. Cry if you need to. Be upset, you know, have those moments because they're going to come, but don't ever give up. Wake up and say, yep, I'm trying again. I'm doing it one more time. And that's exactly what I've been doing the last, 5 years of my life, where I'm like, yeah, I got to get up and I've got to believe in myself, and I've got to continue to show my husband that this is what I want. And that drive in me woke me up. I had a big why. I knew that there was something that God had in store for us greater. So I had to continue to let that passion show up when I didn't feel like it. And being able to do that because my children are watching, because my husband was there. And more importantly, too, just like showing up for other people to believe in themselves and paving the way. Obviously, that's something that's important to me, is impacting and paving the way. And I think that my husband and I have come a long way, like from where we first started dating to where we are now. And that is what we want to bring to you, is like the evolution of our relationship, the evolution of our mindset, of parenting. We hope that you also start seeing yourself as it's possible for you to change, to grow, to heal, to achieve, that it's possible for you to take control of your life and make it what you want it to be.
Yes, awesome.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this episode was helpful. I hope that this is something that you can come back to and listen to it on your drive, in the shower, when you're cooking. Like, expose your children, if you have kids, your family members, to it. That way they can hear this too, because everyone needs that motivation. Everyone needs that word of encouragement. Everyone needs some positivity in their life. We have enough negative things happening in the world. So some encouragement, some positivity, some laughter. We hope that we can bring that to you on every episode that we air. We're hoping to do it twice a month. That's our goal, to be able to just share a little bit of our journeys individually and together, and to bring you, again, joy and positivity and motivation and tips on how to act upon the life that you want. So stay tuned for the next episode, and we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Alrighty.
Have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.